My name is Rebecca Redmond. I live in London, Ontario. When I was first diagnosed, I sat in an endocrinologist office and I had them slide a vial of insulin across the table and a syringe. And I was told that's how I would be managing my diabetes. Diabetes is a 24/7 job. So from the moment I wake up to the moment I close my eyes at the end of the day, I am doing something diabetes related. When I was diagnosed with type 1, it was at a time where they did not advise that I become pregnant. I was deemed a high-risk pregnancy. It was probably the first time in my journey with type 1 that I really focused on my management, not necessarily for me, but for that other little person that was growing inside of me. And it was a trend that continued after my son was born. I really fought hard to continue as best as I could to stay well managed because I needed to be there for him. It was his push to go on a pump that really made me make that decision, as he believed that it would be better for me, and he expressed that quite eloquently at the age of 8, so I took the plunge thanks to him. I always tell him he changed my life in more ways than one, and he probably saved my life too.
Here at St. Joseph's, we actually have a very large diabetes research program, and there's two components to it. We have a clinical research program that is mainly concerned with undertaking new clinical trials, either of new drugs or new devices, for instance, a new generation of insulin pump. And then we have a basic science group who are looking at the molecular and cellular aspects of diabetes. And the two interact. So ideally, we would generate new knowledge from the bench and actually then test it in the clinic. Donors play a key role. If we didn't have the foundation to help us, and the community to fundraise for us, we would not be cutting edge.
100 years ago, diabetes was a lot different than it is today. Banting and his colleagues co-discovered insulin 100 years ago, and I'm sitting here because of that. I use insulin every day to thrive, and when I think of the future, what I would like to see in the next 100 years is maybe even a push beyond that. I would love to know that there is research happening that will stop people maybe from needing insulin because maybe we don't get to that point anymore. Some of the research and the work being done today is mind-boggling and so fascinating, and I'm grateful for all of it.